So I've been playing Towers of Adventures every day since its release. I even managed to hit level 40, but I've realized along the way that this game has so many things wrong, it's actually crazy. I really like the concept of this game, but there are so many flaws right now that it's basically unplayable if you're not spending money. And today I'm gonna go over everything I think is wrong with this game and how I would fix it. But before we start, quick word from our sponsor. LD Player is a free Android emulator. Play your favorite mobile games on your PC. It supports various Windows systems and the most popular games, guaranteeing excellent performance for Android gaming. I really like this emulator because they have something called this key map feature, and what this allows you to do is have a smooth fighting experience because you can put your controls anywhere you want on your screen. So let's say if I want to put a control on my play button, I can easily do that and make that any key I want on the keyboard. So while you're in the middle of game, you can just put your controls anywhere you want. So because of this, if I pressed E on my keyboard, it'll instantly just use Gingerbrave's skill. So yeah, this makes gaming a lot more easier, which is why I love this emulator so much. But there's also another thing. If you want to play Towers of Adventures on a website instead of downloading the full app, you can actually do that with this site called easyfun.gg. With this site, you can just play CookieRun Towers of Adventures without having to download the app, which makes it really easy for you just to try the game out. So yeah, you can download LD Player and use easyfun.gg using my link in the description. So the worst thing in this game by far, I think, is the chance of getting a unique weapon. It is so bad. I did the calculations, and every time you press play, you have a 0.9% chance of getting a unique weapon. And you're not even guaranteed to get the right unique weapon. There are so many characters in this game that the chance to get a unique weapon for the character that you want is so low that it's basically not going to happen. But if it's that bad already, they made it worse. Because to max out each weapon, you need to get it 5 times. So not only do you need to get the right weapon 5 times with the horrible odds, you also have to get everything else 5 times too to max out your character. I know you're technically not supposed to get it, it's kind of for in-game, but even the chances of just getting one of these unique weapons to be the correct one is just super low. They did somewhere say that they're gonna make these rates better, but it's probably not gonna be a lot, and I think it's just kinda sad that they even came to this conclusion of making this rate. And the sad part is I really enjoy this game. I really like it, but there's these small things that just make it so much worse. So what I do is make this maybe a 3% chance of getting. And another thing I do, this is probably a little controversial, is that I wouldn't make one boss happen every week. I'd have a pool of different bosses, so maybe there's like 5 bosses and you can randomly get one every week. So it'll just be more fun than just getting one singular boss and knowing what's gonna happen. Having like 5 bosses, and when you press play you get a different one, it's just way more fun to do it that way. Another thing I don't like is the end game right now. It's just not really unique. You've seen this concept done by Genshin and Honkai in basically every big game. This is just not unique whatsoever, and I wish they'd have put a little more effort in the endgame. I know this is controversial, but what I would do is I'd add a PvP game mode where you can verse other players. I know a lot of people don't want this in the game, so they'd probably not do it, but I think it could be fun. I know there's gonna be a lot of people who just spend a ton of money and beat everyone else, but at least it'll be something unique to look forward to. Another thing I don't like is the story mode rewards. They do have this exchange shop which gives pretty good rewards, some basic artifact tokens, but just look at this. Every single stage you do, you get 50 crystals. And sometimes it's even worse, sometimes it's 30 crystals. So basically you have to do 10 of these stages just to get a single roll, just to get a single gacha roll and maybe get the cookie. The chances are so low, it's just not worth it or anything good. So I'd buff that. Maybe instead of 30 crystals, I'd give 150, which is, yeah, sure, a little generous, but 30 crystals is just way too low right now. Okay, I've been very negative about this game, so I'm gonna say something positive. I really like this tower rift thing. I think this tower rift thing is really fun to do. Sure, the rates of getting like a super epic artifact or unique is really bad, but I mean, considering the raid mode, I already expected that. Another thing I don't like is these Epic Plus guaranteed chests. These seem pretty good on paper, you know, you get an Epic Plus artifact, but I've opened at least 10 of these chests at this point, and I haven't got anything besides epic. It says epic plus, and you can get anything from an epic to a unique, but out of all of the around 10 chests I opened, all I've ever gotten was an epic. I don't know if my luck is just that bad, but that is just sad. But yeah, just so no one gets mad at me in the comments, if there was a PvP mode, which I know a lot of people don't want, you can just average out the health bar to make it like easier. Instead of fighting 3 cookies, you'd really only have to fight 1 because there's only 1 health bar. I know there's this game that CookieRun is creating called CookieRun Oven Smash, which is supposed to be their PvP game, but if you haven't heard, that game is basically cancelled at this point because no one's working on it anymore. So instead of that game being the PvP game, this game can also be the PvP game. A lot of people in the Discord has talked about this, and a lot of them don't want this mode, but hey, it's pretty nice. Another thing you should do, though, is join this guild. I created this guild called Ducks, and you should join it, cause yes. Another thing I'd change is this Ancestronite mine. I just don't feel like you're getting enough rewards for this. But the rank rewards are really good, though. So what I do is I make these rank rewards worse, and make these rewards you can get from just playing a little bit better, just so it's better in the long term. Because this won't help you after in the long term, but the rewards you get for every single game will help you in the long term. So I'd make this number a little higher, and this number decreased. Because when you have to build multiple units with this water gem, you'd want there to be plenty of water gems you can get from this thing, but right now 36 is just not enough to sustain them. So yeah, those are the things I'd change about CookieRun Towers of Adventures. Hopefully I haven't been too critical. I do enjoy playing this game a lot, but yeah, those are the things I'd change. Subscribe because subscribe, subscribe because subscribe, and watch this video because subscribe and subscribe. Also subscribe.